Lesson 1, Shady Matters.
Hey Anna, what's your take on sunglasses these days? I'm in the market for a new pair.
An important decision. Well, I always look for sunglasses that offer good UV protection.
That's a great point. Do you think they'll really protect my eyes from the sun?
Absolutely. Most quality sunglasses these days have built-in UV protection.
Excellent, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to be squinting in the bright sunshine.
Absolutely. The right pair of sunglasses can make all the difference in terms of eye comfort and health.
Any other features I should be looking for? I want to make sure I get the most bang for my buck.
Well, polarized lenses are great at reducing glare, which can be really helpful when driving or being out on the water.
Ooh, polarized lenses, good call. That would be perfect for my outdoor activities.
Definitely. And don't forget about lens tint. Different colors can enhance contrast and visibility in various settings.
Ah yes, the tint, that's a good point. I'll have to try on a few different options to see what works best for me.
Exactly. The perfect pair of sunglasses is all about finding the right balance of protection, performance, and personal style.
Style, huh? Well, I can't resist a stylish pair of shades. Any recommendations on that front?
Well, that really depends on your face shape and personal preferences. But I'm always a fan of a classic aviator or wayfarer style.
Ooh, the aviators, now you're speaking my language. Those always make me feel like a movie star.
Haha, yes, the aviators have a timeless cool factor to them. I think they'd suit you perfectly, John.
Alright, it's settled then. Aviators it is. Thanks for the helpful advice, Anna. Time to go sunglass shopping.
Lesson 2, Vintage Vignettes.
Morning, Anna. I've been reading up on life in 19th century America, and it sounds absolutely fascinating.
Oh, really? Do tell. What have you learned about that bygone era?
Well, for one thing, the descriptions of daily life are just so colorful and vivid. The people back then seemed to have a wonderful sense of humor.
Yes, I can imagine their wit and charm really shone through, even in the face of some challenging times.
Exactly. And the way they describe even the most mundane tasks, it's like you can picture the whole scene playing out.
I bet they had a real flair for storytelling. Painting those little vignettes of their world.
Absolutely. Like, I read this one account of a woman churning butter, she made it sound like an epic battle against the cream.
Haha, oh, I love that. The drama and pageantry of daily chores really brings those bygone days to life.
It does, doesn't it? And the way they'd find humor in the hardships, that's what I find so endearing.
Yes. A true testament to the resilience and joie de vivre of 19th century Americans. They didn't let the difficulties of the time dampen their spirits.
Exactly. And beyond just the humor, there's this sense of community and camaraderie that really shines through.
The way they band together and support one another, it's quite inspiring, really.
Definitely. I feel like I'm getting a much richer understanding of that era, warts and all.
Absolutely. The good, the bad, and the hilarious, it all paints such a vibrant picture of life back then.
I think I'm going to keep digging into these first-hand accounts. There's just so much to unpack and appreciate.
I'm sure you'll continue to find all sorts of gems. The 19th century seems to be a treasure trove of engaging human stories.
Can't wait to discover more. Thanks for chatting about this, Anna, it's really piqued my interest.
Lesson 3, Island Idol.
Psst, Anna, have you heard about this dreamy island getaway I've been researching?
No, I haven't. Do tell. What have you discovered about this island paradise?
Well, from what I've read, it's got the most stunning white sand beaches and crystal clear turquoise waters. Absolute perfection.
Ooh, that sounds heavenly. I can practically feel the warm ocean breeze just thinking about it.
Right? And the best part is, it's totally off the beaten path, not overrun with tourists at all.
Ah, so it's a hidden gem then. That's even more enticing. I love the idea of discovering a little slice of unspoiled paradise.
Exactly. Just picture us strolling along the shore, with not a soul in sight. Blissful solitude.
That does sound utterly divine. And I bet the local cuisine is to die for as well, fresh from the sea.
Definitely. I read they have these amazing seafood shacks right on the beach, serving up the most mouth-watering dishes.
Fresh caught fish, grilled to perfection. Now you've really got my taste buds tingling.
And the accommodations sound equally incredible, these quaint, rustic chic bungalows, right on the water's edge.
Ooh, I can just imagine sipping a cocktail on the patio as the sun sets. Pure paradise.
Exactly. It's like stepping back in time, to a simpler, more serene way of life.
I'm sold. When can we book our tickets? I'm ready to trade in the hustle and bustle for some island tranquility.
Ah, I thought you'd never ask. Let me check on availability right away. This is going to be the trip of a lifetime.
Lesson 4, a painful shoe situation.
Morning, Anna. I heard you had some trouble with your shoes recently. What happened?
Oh, it was awful, John. I wore a new pair of shoes to my birthday party, and they gave me the worst blisters on the sides of my feet.
Ouch, that sounds really painful. New shoes can be so tricky sometimes. Was it hard to walk around at the party?
It was terrible. I could barely make it through the night. The blisters were so bad, I had to take my shoes off and walk around in my socks.
Oh no, that must have been embarrassing. Did you have to leave the party early because of it?
I stuck it out as long as I could, but eventually I had to call it a night. The pain was just unbearable. I ended up having to get a ride home from a friend.
That's a real bummer. I hate when a new pair of shoes ruins an otherwise fun event like that.
Me too, it was such a letdown. I'm going to have to be more careful about breaking in new shoes before wearing them for a big occasion.
Definitely a good lesson to learn. Hopefully the blisters healed up quickly and you can wear those shoes again without any issues.
It took a while, but they're finally all better now. I'll know for next time to wear them around the house for a while first, before wearing them out.
Smart move. That way you can avoid that painful blister situation in the future. Live and learn, right?
Lesson 5, Resume Revamp.
Morning, Anna. Can I get your advice on revamping my resume?
Absolutely, John. What are you looking to highlight or improve?
Well, I'm aiming to land a more senior role, so I want to make sure my resume really showcases my top skills and accomplishments.
Got it. The key is to tailor your resume to the specific job you're applying for. What are the must-have qualifications?
Great point. From what I've seen, they're looking for strong leadership, project management, and strategic thinking abilities.
Okay, perfect. I'd focus on emphasizing those strengths throughout your resume then.
I should probably also include some measurable achievements to back that up.
Definitely. Quantifying your impact will make your accomplishments really stand out.
Right, like maybe highlighting a big project I spearheaded that delivered X% cost savings or increased productivity.
Exactly. Those types of concrete results will grab the hiring manager's attention.
Awesome, that's super helpful. I'm also thinking of reorganizing the layout to make it more visually impactful.
Great idea. You want it to be clean, concise, and easy to scan. Maybe experiment with some creative section headings.
Ooh, good call. I was thinking of doing a key contributions section up front.
Love that. It'll let you showcase your most impressive wins right off the bat.
Fantastic. Alright, I'm feeling energized to give this resume a major refresh. Thanks for the awesome advice, Anna.
Lesson 6, Vacation Planning.
Hey Anna, I'm starting to plan a big vacation and could use your input.
Fantastic. Where are you thinking of going?
I'm really leaning towards Hawaii, it's been on my bucket list for ages.
Oh, Hawaii would be an incredible choice. The beaches, the culture, the scenery.
I know, right? I'm just trying to figure out the best islands to visit and how long to stay.
Well, the major islands are Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island. Each has its own unique vibe.
That's a lot to consider. What would you recommend for first-time visitors?
I'd say Oahu and Maui are probably the best bets. Oahu has Honolulu and iconic spots like Waikiki Beach.
Ah yes, Waikiki does sound amazing. And Maui has that beautiful road to Hana Drive, right?
Absolutely. The road to Hana is a must-do. And Maui has stunning beaches, hikes, and overall laid-back charm.
Fantastic, that's really helpful. I'm thinking a 10-day trip split between the two islands.
Perfect amount of time to get a great taste of Hawaii's highlights. And you'll have enough flexibility to really relax too.
Awesome, I'm getting so excited just thinking about it. It's been a long time since I had a big vacation like this.
I can imagine. Hawaii is the perfect place to recharge and make incredible memories with loved ones.
Definitely. I can already picture myself sipping a Mai Tai on the beach. Alright, time to start booking.
Lesson 7, Quick Grocery Run.
Morning, Anna. I'm just about to head to the store. Need anything while I'm out?
Oh, perfect timing. We're actually out of a few essentials. Could you grab some milk and bread?
No problem at all. Anything else we're running low on?
Let me think. Oh, we could use some fresh produce too. Maybe some apples and spinach?
Got it, apples and spinach. Alright, I'll make sure to pick all that up.
You're a lifesaver, thank you. I was just going to make a quick grocery list.
Happy to help. Is there anything specific you had in mind for meals this week?
Well, I was thinking of making some hearty salads. The spinach would be perfect for that.
Excellent, salads sound delicious. I'll grab a few other veggies too, just in case.
You're the best. I really appreciate you taking the time to run to the store for me.
Of course, no trouble at all. I'm sure I'll be back before you know it.
I'll make it up to you later, maybe I'll whip up your favorite dish for dinner.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, I'm off to the market. Back in a jiffy.
Lesson 8, Reaching Out for Support.
Afternoon, Anna. Can I get your thoughts on something?
Of course, John. What's on your mind?
Well, I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed lately, and I think I could use some extra support.
I'm sorry to hear you've been feeling that way. It's so important to reach out when you need help.
Yeah, I've been hesitant to bother anyone, but I realize I can't just keep it all bottled up.
No, don't think of it as a bother at all. Your friends are here to support you, you know.
You're right. I think I just need to swallow my pride and be more open about what I'm going through.
Absolutely. Talking it out with people you trust can make a world of difference.
That's a great point. I was thinking of reaching out to a few close friends this weekend.
I think that's a wonderful idea. Sometimes all we need is a listening ear and a bit of encouragement.
Exactly. I'm sure just getting some of this off my chest will help me feel better.
I have no doubt it will. And remember, I'm always here if you need an extra shoulder to lean on.
I really appreciate that, Anna. It means a lot to know I have your support.
Of course, John. That's what friends are for. I'm glad you're taking that first step.
Me too. Alright, I'm going to make those calls this evening. Wish me luck.
Lesson 9: Exploring the Dalmatian Coast.
Evening, Anna. Have you ever been to Croatia?
No, I haven't, but I've heard it's an absolutely gorgeous country. Why do you ask?
Well, I'm thinking of planning a trip there this summer, and I'd love your input.
Ooh, that sounds wonderful. What areas of Croatia are you considering visiting?
I was thinking of focusing on the Dalmatian coast, places like Dubrovnik and Split.
Ah yes, the Dalmatian coast is stunning. Those two cities in particular are must-sees.
That's what I've heard. What do you know about them? What makes them so special?
Well, Dubrovnik is known for its beautifully preserved old town, surrounded by ancient city walls.
Wow, that sounds incredible. And what about Split?
Split is a vibrant coastal city, with a stunning seaside promenade and the impressive Diocletian's Palace.
Diocletian's Palace, huh? I'll have to look that up. It seems like there's so much history and culture there.
Absolutely. The Dalmatian coast in general is renowned for its stunning natural landscapes too.
That's what I've heard: crystal clear turquoise waters, dramatic cliffs, and picturesque islands.
Exactly. It's truly a photographer's dream. I bet you'd have an amazing time exploring that region.
I'm sold. Croatia is definitely moving up on my travel bucket list. Thanks for the helpful insights, Anna.
Of course. I'm excited for you to experience the Dalmatian coast. You're going to love it.
I can't wait. I'll have to pick your brain more as I start planning the itinerary.
Lesson 10: Exploring the Hawaiian Islands.
Aloha, Anna. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Hello, John. No, I haven't had the chance to visit Hawaii yet, but it's definitely on my travel bucket list.
Well, you're in for a real treat. I just came back from a trip to the islands, and it was absolutely incredible.
Ooh, tell me more. Which islands did you get to explore?
I focused mainly on the four major islands: Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island.
Wow, that's a great sampling of the Hawaiian archipelago. What were some of the highlights?
Well, Oahu was home to the capital city of Honolulu, which was really vibrant and full of energy.
I've heard Honolulu is a must-see. What about the other islands?
Maui is known for its stunning natural beauty, like the Haleakala volcano and the road to Hana.
Ah yes, the road to Hana, that's definitely on my list. And what about Kauai and the Big Island?
Kauai is often called the Garden Island for its lush, tropical landscapes. And the Big Island is just massive, it's the largest of the Hawaiian Islands.
Incredible. I can only imagine the diversity of landscapes and experiences across all those islands.
Absolutely. Hawaii really does have something for everyone, from the bustling city life to the serene, untouched natural wonders.
It sounds like an absolute dream. I'm even more eager to plan a trip there now. Any must-see recommendations?
Well, you can't go wrong with any of the islands, but I'd say Kauai and the road to Hana on Maui are two of the can't-miss highlights.
Noted. I'll definitely have to add those to my itinerary when I finally make it to Hawaii.
I'm sure you're going to have an amazing time. Let me know if you need any other tips as you start planning your trip.
Lesson 11, Booking the Perfect Vacation.
Morning, Anna. Have you started planning your next vacation yet?
Good morning, John. Yes, I've been looking into a few options, but I'm a bit overwhelmed with all the choices.
I hear you. Vacation planning can be a daunting task, especially with so many amazing destinations out there.
Definitely. Do you have any tips for streamlining the process?
Well, the first thing I always recommend is to figure out your must-haves, what's most important to you in a vacation.
That's a great point. For me, I know I want somewhere with beautiful natural scenery and plenty of outdoor activities.
Ooh, that narrows it down nicely. Any particular regions or climates you're drawn to?
I'm really craving a tropical vibe this time around. Maybe somewhere like the Caribbean or Hawaii.
Excellent choice. Those destinations offer so much natural beauty and adventure.
Exactly. Now the tricky part is finding the right accommodations that fit my budget.
Ah, yes, the hotel hunt can be a real challenge. Have you tried using any travel comparison sites?
I have, but I'm still feeling a bit stuck. Do you have any favorite booking platforms you'd recommend?
You know, I had great luck with a site called Kayak when I was planning my last trip to Hawaii.
Ooh, kayak you say? I'll have to check that out. What did you like about it?
Well, the interface is really user-friendly, and they do a great job of aggregating and comparing deals across different sites.
That sounds perfect. I'll have to give kayak a try and see what kind of options they have for the Caribbean.
Definitely do. And let me know if you need any other tips once you start narrowing down your choices.
Will do. Thank you so much, John. I really appreciate you taking the time to share your expertise.
Happy to help. I'm sure you're going to find the perfect vacation spot. Enjoy the planning process.
Lesson 12, Weekend Wonderland.
Yo, Anna. Did you have a good weekend?
Greetings, John. Yes, I did. It was a lovely one. How about you?
Mine was great, thanks for asking. Did anything exciting happen?
As a matter of fact, my family and I went on a little outdoor adventure.
Oh, really? Do tell, that sounds right up my alley.
Well, we packed a picnic and headed to the nearby park for the day.
A picnic in the park, huh? That sounds like the perfect way to spend a weekend.
It really was. The weather was gorgeous, and we found a nice shady spot under a big oak tree.
That does sound idyllic. What kind of goodies did you have in your picnic basket?
Oh, the usual suspects: sandwiches, fresh fruit, some homemade cookies, and of course, a bottle of wine.
Ooh, wine in the park. Living dangerously, I see. But it sounds delicious.
Haha, well, we did our best to be discreet. But it really added to the relaxing ambience.
I can imagine. Any other fun activities beyond the eating and drinking?
Absolutely, we brought a frisbee and played a few rounds. The kids had a blast running around.
Frisbee in the park, that's the dream. Sounds like you all had a wonderfully refreshing weekend.
It really was. Sometimes it's the simple pleasures that end up being the most memorable.
Ain't that the truth? Well, I'm glad you and your family got to enjoy some quality outdoor time.
Me too, John. Maybe we can plan a little park picnic together sometime soon.
I would love that. Just say the word and I'll bring the finest wine selection.
Lesson 13, Airport Art Appreciation.
Hey there, Anna. Have you been to the airport lately?
Greetings, John. As a matter of fact, I was just there the other day.
Oh, really? Did you happen to notice all the art and exhibitions they have?
You know, I did. I was completely captivated by the beautiful displays.
Isn't it amazing? I always make it a point to wander through the terminals and soak it all in.
Absolutely. It's such a treat to stumble upon all that creativity and culture.
Couldn't agree more. The variety of mediums and styles is truly impressive.
Definitely. From the large-scale sculptures to the intricate paintings, it's like an art gallery on the move.
Exactly. And I love how they rotate the exhibits regularly, so there's always something new to discover.
Me too. It really makes the time spent waiting for a flight fly by.
Ha, no pun intended. But you're right, it's the perfect way to pass the time.
Absolutely. And it's not just the art, the overall ambience is so inspiring.
I know what you mean. There's just something about being in an airport that sparks the imagination.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's like a portal to the world, filled with possibilities.
Couldn't agree more. I always leave the airport feeling energized and eager for my next adventure.
Same here. It's amazing how a little art appreciation can transform the travel experience.
Couldn't agree more, Anna. Airports have become true hubs of creativity and culture.
Absolutely. I'm already looking forward to my next layover, just to see what new artistic gems I can discover.
Ah, same here. Shall we plan our next art-filled airport adventure together?
Lesson 14, Evening Energizer.
Evening, Anna. I've got a question for you.
Good evening, John. I'm all ears.
Do you ever find yourself feeling a bit sluggish around 6 o'clock?
Now that you mention it, yes. That's a common time for me to hit a bit of an energy slump.
Exactly. I used to struggle with that too, until I started trying something new.
Oh? Do tell, I'm intrigued. What's your secret?
Well, instead of reaching for a pick-me-up snack or caffeine, I go for a quick workout.
A workout? At 6 in the evening? Isn't that a bit late in the day?
You'd think so, but it actually does wonders for my energy levels.
Interesting. I wouldn't have thought to exercise that close to bedtime.
I know, it seems counterintuitive, but it really energizes me.
I'm curious to give that a try. What kind of workout do you do?
I usually just do a quick 20 to 30 minute high intensity interval training session.
Ooh, that sounds intense. I admire your dedication, John.
It's worth it, I promise. I feel so much more alert and productive afterwards.
Alright, you've convinced me. I'm going to give it a shot tomorrow evening.
Excellent. Let me know how it goes. I'm curious to hear if it works for you too.
Will do. Thanks for the great tip, John. I'm ready to conquer that evening slump.
Anytime, Anna. Here's to an energized evening ahead.
Lesson 15, Morning Boost.
Morning, Anna. Have you tried that evening workout routine I suggested?
Hello, John. Yes, I did, and I have to say, it was a game changer.
Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear it worked well for you too.
Absolutely. I feel so much more energized in the evenings now.
That's great. Have you noticed any other benefits so far?
Well, I've been sleeping better, and I find that I'm more productive in the evenings.
Ah, that's exactly what I experienced. It's amazing how a little exercise can have such a positive impact.
Definitely. I'm curious, do you do the same routine every evening?
No, I like to switch it up a bit. Sometimes I'll do a quick hit session, and other times I'll go for a brisk walk.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Keeping it varied must help prevent boredom.
Exactly. Variety is key to keeping it interesting and sustainable.
I'll have to experiment with different options as well. Thanks for the inspiration, John.
Anytime, Anna. I'm just glad I could share a tip that's been so helpful for me.
It's been a game changer, for sure. I feel more energized and focused overall.
That's fantastic to hear. Here's to a productive and energized day ahead.
Cheers to that, John. I'm ready to kickstart my day with a little morning boost.
Wonderful. Let me know if you come up with any other great routines to share.
Will do. This has been a great conversation. Thanks for the tips.
Absolutely. I'm happy I could help. Have a great day, Anna.
Lesson 16, Fitness Accountability.
Hey, Anna. Have you been keeping up with your workout routine lately?
Hello, John. Yes, I have, and I have to say, it's been going really well.
That's fantastic to hear. I'm glad you've been able to stick with it.
Absolutely. It's really become an integral part of my daily routine now.
That's great. What kind of workouts have you been doing?
Well, I've been mixing it up a bit. Sometimes it's strength training, other times it's cardio.
Variety is key, for sure. Keeps things interesting and challenges your body in different ways.
Exactly. I find that I look forward to my workouts now, rather than dreading them.
That's the best feeling, isn't it? When it becomes a habit rather than a chore.
Definitely. Have you been keeping up with your own routine?
You bet. I try to hit the gym 4 to 5 times a week, and I've really noticed a difference.
That's awesome, John. What kinds of changes have you noticed?
Well, I've definitely gained some muscle, and my endurance has improved a lot.
That's so great to hear. Consistent exercise can really make a noticeable difference.
Absolutely. It's been a game changer for my overall health and well being.
I agree. It's amazing how much of an impact it can have, both physically and mentally.
Definitely. I find that my mood is so much better on the days I work out.
Same here. It's like a natural mood booster.
Exactly. Well, keep up the great work, Anna. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, John. And same to you. Let's keep each other motivated.
Sounds like a plan. Talk to you soon.
Lesson 17, Hotel Etiquette.
Excuse me, Anna, can you explain how to use the Do Not Disturb sign in the hotel?
Of course, John. The Do Not Disturb sign is a simple way to indicate that you do not want to be disturbed.
I see. So, how exactly does it work? Do I just hang it on the door?
Yes, that's right. You'll typically find the Do Not Disturb sign hanging on the inside of your hotel room door.
Okay, got it. And what does it mean if the sign is displayed?
If the Do Not Disturb sign is displayed, it signals to the hotel staff that you do not want to be disturbed. They won't come in to clean the room or deliver anything.
Ah, I understand now. That's really helpful to know. What if I need something from the hotel staff though?
Good question. If you need assistance while the Do Not Disturb sign is up, you can simply remove the sign and call the front desk.
Ah, I see. So it's a reversible thing, I can put it up when I don't want to be bothered, and take it down when I need help.
Precisely. That's the idea behind the Do Not Disturb sign. It gives you control over your privacy and access.
That makes a lot of sense. I'll be sure to use it properly during my stay.
Excellent. Proper use of the Do Not Disturb sign is an important part of hotel etiquette.
Definitely. Thanks for explaining it so clearly, Anna. I appreciate the guidance.
Happy to help, John. Hotel etiquette can be tricky, but following the Do Not Disturb protocol is a simple way to ensure a comfortable stay.
Great advice. I'll keep that in mind next time I'm at a hotel.
Lesson 18, Exploring City Itineraries.
Hey Anna, how long do you think we should spend in each city on our upcoming trip?
That's a great question, John. It really depends on the city, but a few days in each would give us a taste of their charm.
That makes sense. Do you have any recommendations on how to structure the itinerary?
Well, I'd suggest focusing on the must-see attractions and landmarks in each city. That way we can get a good overview without feeling rushed.
Okay, that sounds like a solid plan. What about the smaller, more off the beaten path spots? Should we try to fit those in too?
Absolutely. Those hidden gems are often what make a trip truly memorable. Maybe we could allocate a day or two in each city for exploring the local neighborhoods and discovering unique experiences.
I like that idea. It'd be a shame to just hit the major tourist sites and miss out on the authentic local flavor.
Exactly. Finding that perfect balance between the iconic sites and the lesser known gems is key to getting the most out of our trip.
You're right. So, any thoughts on how many cities we should aim to visit? I don't want to overload the itinerary.
Well, it really depends on how much time we have, but I'd say 3 to 4 cities would be a good target. That way we can dive a bit deeper into each one.
3 to 4 cities sounds reasonable. That gives us enough variety without feeling too rushed.
Definitely. And of course, we can always tweak the itinerary as we go if we find ourselves loving a particular city more than expected.
Good point. Flexibility is key when it comes to travel planning. I'm getting excited to put this all together.
Lesson 19: Debating the ethics of doping in cycling.
Hey Anna, have you been following the doping scandal in the Tour de France?
I have, and it's really stirred up a lot of controversy in the cycling world. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I'm torn. On one hand, I totally understand why the athletes would want to use performance enhancing drugs to gain an edge.
I can see that perspective. The competition is so intense, and the rewards for winning can be life-changing.
Exactly. But on the other hand, it just doesn't feel right, you know? It's cheating, plain and simple.
I agree. It undermines the integrity of the sport and raises questions about the legitimacy of the achievements.
Definitely. And you have to wonder how many other athletes are doing the same thing, but just haven't been caught yet.
Good point. It really calls the entire system into question. Do you think stricter regulations and testing would help?
Perhaps, but then you have to wonder if that would just lead to an even more sophisticated doping arms race.
That's true. It's a really complex issue without any easy solutions.
Totally. I guess at the end of the day, I just wish the athletes would compete on a truly level playing field, you know?
I hear you. It would be so much more inspiring to see people succeed through hard work and natural talent alone.
Absolutely. The doping scandal has kind of tarnished the whole sport for me, to be honest.
I can understand that. It's disappointing when you realize even the best athletes aren't playing by the rules.
Yeah, it's a real shame. I guess we'll just have to see how the governing bodies choose to address it going forward.
Agreed. It'll be interesting to see if they can restore the public's trust in the sport.
We can only hope. Thanks for chatting this through with me, Anna. It's a tricky topic, but good to get different perspectives.
Lesson 20: Backpacking Adventures in Southeast Asia.
Yo Anna, how's it going? I just got back from an amazing backpacking trip in Southeast Asia.
Oh wow, that sounds incredible. What was the highlight of your trip?
It's hard to choose, but I'd have to say climbing Mount Kinabalu in Borneo was definitely a major highlight.
Climbing a mountain in Borneo? That must have been quite the adventure. What was that like?
It was brutal, but so rewarding. The views from the summit were absolutely breathtaking.
I can only imagine. Did you run into any other interesting wildlife while you were there?
Oh, for sure. I saw tons of proboscis monkeys, wild orangutans, and even a few Sumatran rhinos.
No way, that's so cool. I've always wanted to see orangutans in the wild. Were they easy to spot?
Not at all, they were super elusive. I was lucky to catch a glimpse of a few swinging through the trees.
I'll bet that was an amazing experience. What other parts of Southeast Asia did you explore?
Well, after Borneo, I headed down to Bali, where I did some epic surfing and explored all the Hindu temples.
Bali, huh? That must have been a total change of pace from the jungles of Borneo.
Absolutely. It was the perfect way to wind down after all that intense hiking and wildlife spotting.
It sounds like you really packed a ton into your trip. I'm so jealous, that must have been the experience of a lifetime.
It really was. I can't wait to start planning my next big adventure. Maybe I'll have to convince you to join me next time.
Oh, I'd be down for that. Southeast Asia is definitely on my bucket list.
Awesome, it's a date then. You're in for the trip of a lifetime, trust me.